Uh,
Hey everybody, what's up? Welcome to episode 47 of ChanmanV's Pro Corner, where pros come and show us how it's done. Today we have the pleasure of having two Zurich guests on today. we got Ghost, Complexity's Ghost User. What's up, Mike? You there, Mike?
Oh yeah,
Hey.
sorry, I'm here.
How's it going? And we got Fitzy, who's currently not on a team, correct?
I'm actually on Team Habitat.
Oh, you are? Okay. So Team Habitat. Actually, I've never heard of Team Habitat. So, okay, cool. But yeah, these two guys are, very, I think, very good Zurich players, and I think a lot of folks in the community, actually, probably not a lot of folks know about actually Fitzy, but Fitzy's got a really good following in the non-featured stream, right? I mean, your streams,
Yeah.
you stream every day, and I know you have like 200-300 people watching every day too. So.
Mm-hmm.
Good stuff, and particularly I think his ZvT is somewhat unique, compared to how a lot of other Zurichs play right now. And I definitely wanted to have him on to kind of walk us through some of that. And of course, Goswser, great player, and actually a pretty good friend of Fitzy's too. So I thought it'd be fun to have these two guys on and just have a good time, just talking about strategy and and going over ZvT. So what we'll do is we'll start off having these guys go over one replay each. And hopefully that replay will be best representative of their current strategies. And then after that, we'll have them take turns playing a Terran playing partner, and again just kind of walking us through their strategies and hopefully some interaction between you guys and critiquing, commenting when you're not playing, that type of thing. And I'll just be moderating, just kind of walking us through, just kind of making sure the show just keeps rolling. But before we start, why don't we get a sense of what you guys have been doing, and Fitzy, maybe talk to the viewers about who you are and like when you started playing StarCraft, all that good stuff. So,
Well, my name's Fitzy here. I mean, it's Connor Fitzy here, Fitzpatrick. But I actually got the game right when it came out, not the beta, but when the game got released, got it that day. Actually at like midnight or whatever. But anyways, I didn't actually start playing, we'll say, like, trying or whatever until about April last year. So it's been about a year now. And I actually did not know about Team Liquid until June, July, so I had never watched any StarCraft 2 stream. But I did get to Masters not knowing about any stream and stuff. So I kind of made up all my own stuff, and that's where a lot of my style comes from. Is I'm willing to try random stuff and different styles. But pretty much my basis of my ZvP and ZvT is a lot of Queen support. And a lot of transfuses, a lot of creep spread. Really long, kind of drawn-out games, just because the energy aspect behind it. But yep, that's pretty much.
Okay.
I stream. Yes, stream. You can twitch.tv/Fitzy here if you want to get there.
Yeah, definitely.
See Queen strategies.
And we'll go into a little bit more in depth, whenever we're going over the replay, so you can explain that a little bit better. I'm really intrigued too, just to see. Queen heavy strategies haven't really been talked about that much until probably recently, just because of the patch.
Yeah.
But it sounds like you've been doing it forever though, so it's it'll be really great to kind of find out some more about it and pick your brain a little bit. Mike,
Sure.
Goswser.
Hey.
What you been up to? What any tournaments recently or coming up?
Mostly I've been practicing a lot, playing a lot of games with QXC lately.
Awesome.
One tournament, I guess, WCS, I qualified like a week or two ago. And so I'll be going to that in Anaheim, obviously, and that'll be pretty cool.
Yeah, oh man, and you're going to be competing in Anaheim also, right?
Yeah,
Okay,
in MLG and WCS. I think,
Awesome.
Fitzy, did you qualify yet?
Yes, I did.
Awesome.
Oh yeah, nice.
Yeah, Anaheim's going to be insane. So
Yeah.
it's going to be a crazy week and maybe 2 weeks, including that GESL event too. So going to be just an awesome 2 weeks of StarCraft coming up here in June. But okay, why don't we get started? You guys cool with starting? getting in the game, and let's get this puppy roof going. Let me start StarCraft. Oh, actually, I'm gonna have to add StarCraft to the screen too. So kind of had to give me a second. And you guys both have the replays. Okay.
Which one are we gonna watch first?
I think why don't we go, Mike? Why don't we go with Ghost.Goswser first?
Okay.
And then we'll go on to Fitzy, and then Fitzy, we'll probably have you start off playing too. So it kind of goes straight in.
Is that the Metropolis one? No, that was that. Never mind.
Let me find it. It's okay. So Ghost.Goswser first on Daybreak.
Just a minute.
Okay, and once we get it loaded up, why don't we go to 2 minutes, and then we'll just pause there and then start together.
Okay.
So you guys did watch the Ghost.Goswser. You watched the Scarlet Show match yesterday with Koss?
Yes, I did.
Okay.
I think they were all good games. I liked it.
What'd you think of the Mass Hellion run by or dual prong, especially with the one? Actually, the first game with the Banshee was interesting because QXC was showing that a little bit too on Pro Corner Monday. That opening.
Yeah. Wait. Oh, I think I opened the wrong replay. 1 second.
It's okay. I'll get this set up on Expert 2 in just a second. Oh, actually, I don't have screens. Okay, I'm going to have to switch this myself. Sorry, guys. Give me a second. I'm going to have to add the game here. Alright. Now we're in business.
And go to 2 minutes, you said?
Yeah, go to 2 minutes, and we'll start up from there. Nothing happens in 2 minutes, right?
Yeah.
Nope.
Oh, everything. All that drone micro?
all the doubling up on the mineral badges and that good stuff.
Oh, yeah. Gotta get that.
Does it automatically do it for you? I mean, like based on your larva and build timing, or do you always have to fix it?
I always fix it.
I do sometimes. Like, I don't even bother in ladder though, usually, because like the difference it makes is pretty minimal.
Right. Well, yeah, that's true. Might as well though.
Yeah.
You're not doing anything bad. You're not really doing anything else.
Yeah.
Okay, let me know when y'all are ready. We're gonna go 2x once we're ready to start.
Yep.
Okay.
Cool. All right, 3, 2, 1, start. Okay, so Ghost.Goswser, why don't you walk us through your play here?
Okay, so on Daybreak, one of the things that comes up at first is like where to send the overlords. You have the first two, and the first one you see I send like over this platform, and that's probably the best place on this map. Even though like what you can do is you can keep sending it straight and like get it behind like the left side of the screen, and like use it to scout the main later. But I usually don't do that just because I like to see every unit that like walks down the ramp.
Oh, I see. Yeah.
And then I sent my second one. You can like nowadays you can sneak it around like this and get that one in position to scout the main. And you used to not be able to do that like ever, but with the speed upgrade, it's a lot easier, I think.
They can still catch it though, right? I mean, his marine was definitely out in plenty of time to go and harass that.
They can catch it, but I don't think most people expect it. So, at least for now, it works.
You could probably stop in those cracks too.
Yeah. Besides that, just droning up, getting a gas so I can get wing speed.
Okay, so you are going gas. So you're not going to go the 4-queen type of style.
No, I didn't this game. Like I mix it up a lot.
Okay.
I don't have like one style I use every game.
What's the pros and cons of each?
The 4-queen thing, you get better creep spread usually, but like some strategies like can shut that down kind of. So I think the biggest pro of like the fast ling speed is you can get a squad of like 8 or 10 lings out a lot of the time and just use them to scout, poke at his the front of his base and control the watchtowers a lot more. With the 4-queen thing, you can't do that as much because you don't have ling speed. Other than that, you're gonna end up in about the same place. They both make you safer against different things, I guess.
So when did you start your third there? That was a super early third.
Yeah, I think about like 5 minutes or so, maybe.
Yeah, no, what's the thinking there? Like, knowing it's, I mean, you obviously think it's safe, right?
Yeah, the thinking was kind of like I was going roaches this game off a 3 base, So if you're going Roach Warren, you can like always get it actually this early. There's like no point in not taking a third that fast. I think if you're going opening with the Roach Warren, at least on big maps like this, because what can he do about it? Like all his pressure options are going to be kind of late. Actually, I kind of went a bit too greedy though. Like right here, you notice actually, like I'm still building drones and I don't even know he's doing this attack. Because it's so uncommon to do like a 2 tank, 4 marine, 4 Hellion push now.
Yeah, wow, he killed a lot of drones there.
Yeah. Or what game point are you at? I think I screwed something up.
I'm at 9:45. It's going to.
Okay, yeah, I'm there.
10 minutes.
Yeah.
Now. Okay.
So he killed a lot of drones, but I scouted he's going mech, or at least I can assume he's going mech because the double factory. And the eBay kind of throws me off a bit, but I didn't actually see the eBay, so otherwise it would have thrown me off.
I see.
But
yeah, there's like no reason for them. That's it. It's kind of weird.
Yeah, I don't know why he's an eBay, but I guess it works. So now that he's going mech, the way I like to play against mech is I actually like never go high against mech in any situation, because like you can deal with mech armies with Roach, Ling, Baneling actually on the ground. Usually, if they have too many tanks, then I like to get Overlord speed and drop, and just like drop all the Banelings on top of his army. And between that and like switching to Mutalisk, I like don't even need Hive, I guess.
Oh wow, you switch to mutas after the exchange?
Yeah, so like I'll do an exchange,
wow. Okay.
and then you can just like switch to mutas. And because you're not actually taking Hive, you'll like be able to build up a good bank of money to remax too. And if you're going like Hive, Infestor, Broodlord or whatever, you're spending like all of your money, at least all of your gas, and you can't really remax as effectively with those. And I feel like if you play like this, like it gives you a lot more options, flexibility. It like lets you deny the Terran like bases more, and a lot more mobility on the map too. So.
I see, but I mean, if they're already going mech, I mean, don't they just have to get like a few Thors, and it kind of negates that Meta army?
No, you can. Since I'm not building like Mitas at the beginning, I just like judge when I'm gonna use Mitas, and you want to do it so it catches him by surprise. Like in this game, you'll kind of see that, I guess. Like I'm not gonna build any Mitas. My first max is gonna be all Roachling, Baneling.
Right.
Mostly Roaches actually in this one, but I'll get some Banelings. And then I have Aspire and I'm just upgrading air units, but
Let me just go through your review here so I can see what you... So, okay, so you know there's not like a ton of tanks, and that's why you didn't get drop there?
Well, I have a drop on the way now.
Oh, did you?
But I think I have it...
It's
I'm at 1604.
Oh, I'm at 1601.
Okay, yeah, I have Overload drop in.
Oh, okay.
I already have them loaded up.
Oh, okay, I missed that, sorry.
And I could try to push in here, and sometimes I do that, but on this map, and because of the wall off, it might be kind of hard. So I'm just gonna, I know he's gonna have to take a 4th or move out to do an attack on the bases at some point. He's going back. So I'm just gonna wait until he tries to move out, and then attack him when he goes down the ramp.
What do you mean? Cool. And you're just banking up money during all this, just like for that reload that you're talking about, or remax that you're talking about?
Just injecting and banking money. There's no point in going Hive even, I don't think. Because like I can remax instantly on like anything I want that I have, like Mutalisk, Roaches, and Lings, whatever. And since this max I have now, with the Overlords and the Banelings, what you can do with this is, even if you're not going to kill like all the Thors, you're going to kill every single tank he has if you do it right, in the main army. Because you can just drop the Banelings like right on the tanks. As you see, like I'm just dropping on the back where he has all his tanks. In this engagement, he loses every single tank. Okay, so even though he still has...
Skipping the Thors, just going to the tanks.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I always build like more Overlords than I need to. So
yeah, I guess you expect to lose those. Okay, so...
Yeah.
Okay, talk to me again a little bit about the tanks, because, I mean, I still think that his army is like... I always thought the Thor count was the biggest part of the mech army, because at a certain point, the tipping point for Thors is... Like, you can't actually beat it with just Roach, right?
It's kind of true, but Roach, Baneling, Ling can actually kill like any max of Thors.
Oh,
unless
wow.
maybe if he had like no SCVs and like 180 armies fly or whatever. But if you have enough Banelings, like I remember like back in the day, I don't know if you saw it, there was a video of I think it was Nesty using like pure Baneling against a Thor army. He just
You're
kills
talking about
the
Belcher
army.
Beach, right?
Yeah, with only Banelings.
I remember that.
So like if it's only Thors, you can actually kill that without going hive tech. You can just use like Ling Banling and like all Banling or whatever.
But isn't that only if they're grouped or clumped? I mean, they had to be clumped, right?
That's only if they're clumped. But like Roach, Ling, Banling maxes, you might not kill every Thor, but you can kill like a lot of them. Enough of them so like the remax can finish them off.
I see. If it's you can jump right in anytime you want, dude. It's definitely like open discussion here.
Well, I mean, I don't use the style, so.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
No comment then, right? This is pretty unique too in its own right, I think. Going to Muta off of the first exchange.
Yeah, but like all I base this on is denying him bases because like the map architecture, like if he wants to take a fourth, I can get an engagement in the open and then just remax like once or twice and kill like anything he has. And at this point, like my gas stockpile so much, I can remax in like 50 mutas or whatever too. So if I kill like enough of the Thors, then I can finish it off completely.
So you're just containing at this point. Look at all this tower he's got. It's like.
And I've literally never lost against mech with this style.
Really?
Like not once. I've lost like 2 games, but it was against Banshees. Like not the mech, it was like kind of like I'm not prepared and 6 Banshees flying my natural and I just die. But if I make it to mid game, I've actually not lost a game with this. And I've played like Startail Rainbow a bunch and other people. Just because like if you do it right, you can deny bases and just trade effectively enough to remax.
Right.
And like these unit compositions are effective enough. Like the one problem I have with Broodlord Infestor against mech is it's like obviously very effective, but like if you mess up an engagement or just if your army dies, like you're in a tough spot usually because you won't have the bank, and like rebuilding a Broodlord Infestor Corruptor army is so expensive and so gas intensive.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I agree.
Whereas like this composition isn't gas intensive. I mean the mutas are, but I don't need the mutas. So.
Mm-hmm. No, I mean I'd agree with that. I've definitely felt like there were times where remaxing on that kind of Broodlord Corruptor Infestor army is really tough. But
like, mine game's at 27:30. I don't know if you.
Mine's at 26:30.
Okay, so in like a minute you'll see an engagement where I think you'd see like what you called the tipping point of Thors, and you said like how many Thors at the tipping point?
I think it's about 7 to 8. I think that's when it just gets. At least the roaches can't take them out by themselves for sure, right? Especially 3/3 Thors. She has 3/3 Thors. Okay, let's see this. I mean, they didn't take them out, so.
But I killed enough of them, you see, and like weakened them enough, so it doesn't even matter. Like at that point, if you do that much damage to the Thors and kill like half the clump, like it takes him way longer to remake the Thors.
Yeah, I mean, I totally agree with this. Like Roach, it's the Banes is the different part for me, but I totally agree with the Roach reload and immediately attacking again before you can build like 4 more Thors. But the Bane part is interesting now.
Yeah, like I actually shouldn't have had them in the Overlords there because none of his tanks were sieged, and they do better on the ground if there's not siege tanks, I guess.
Yeah, I know, but then he does have siege tanks. So
yeah, but like he wasn't sieged there, so I guess I don't know.
Fuck you.
Yeah, I mean it's just about rate of production at this point, right? You're always going to be faster than him. So.
Yeah, I'm always going to have a bigger bank than him. I'm always going to be faster. I have more bases. Always. You should like never. You should always like with this style have more bases than a mech player. You know.
Look at all the red dots. Like every time y'all finish a battle, like just swarming the. Look at those mutas. Holy smokes! It's ridiculous right there. There's like 8 Thors, but there's like 40 mutas that aren't dying. That's hilarious, man.
Yeah.
Alright, so I think this is GG, right? And
yeah.
Crazy. Okay.
Like, this is how I just like to play against mech, I don't know.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like you can take a lot more bases against mech always, like, that's one of the principles, and you should always be able to trade decently if you do this comp, because, like, if he goes super heavy tank, which is what you would normally do against this, like, if you get, like, 15 tanks, you can't beat it, but if you, like, drop everything on top of the tanks, then you can, like, trade efficiently enough to do this, I think.
Okay. Cool. Alright, Fitzy, you're up. Viewers just tuning in, what we're doing today is we have Goswser and Fitzy here to talk about ZvT, and I'm having them lead off by kind of walking us through a replay, each of them, and then afterwards we'll have them play some live games against some Terran playing partners. Hopefully QXC, right? Is QXC up for it, or did he reply? Otherwise, we'll have to find somebody else. But let me load up. Let's load up Fitzy's replay. In the meantime, the Ohana one against 4GG. So, yeah, I guess you play on the Korean ladder a lot?
No.
Or was he playing over in NA?
I was in NA.
Oh, okay, cool. I'm going to go to 2 minutes. Wow, that's a short game. 20 minutes.
I can't even find it.
Given that it's a shorter game, why don't we can go regular speed on it.
Okay.
Sound good?
Yeah, QXC says he'll do some.
Okay. Cannon's always game. Good guy. He's your teammate too, right? So.
Yeah.
Okay, let me know when you guys are ready.
Yep, I have it up.
Alright, hold on just a second.
Look at Fitzy wearing his Terran helmet, man. What kind of Zerg are you?
It's a Zerg war helmet, let's be honest.
He stole it. He stole it from a Marine.
Alrighty, so we going?
Okay,
or, yeah,
3, 2, 1, go.
Alrighty, so completely opposite of the I'm going to trade and trade and trade and trade. I don't lose my army ever. I essentially rush for Hive instead of never getting Hive. And oh, sorry, we were supposed to be at 2 minutes. Hold on, let me skip forward. You guys just keep going. Tell me where you're at.
I'm at
I forgot about that part.
240 right now.
240. Hold on, I'm catching up.
Probably just hit 3 minutes. You'll probably be good. My computer's fast, dude. Like, you ended up a minute ahead of me. That's crazy.
Yeah, I don't even know how.
So you're at 3 minutes now-ish?
Yeah.
Good.
There you go.
Are we doing ×2 or normal?
No, just normal.
Oh, okay. I did the ×2 that was meant.
Alrighty. So, pretty much, essentially, though, I, rush for Hive. I
rush for Hive.
get mass queens, and you just don't lose any units.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay, so that's the high-level kind of summary of it.
Yes.
So
the way to get there, I start off by doing the 4-queen opener.
You're building a spine now? Wow.
Correct. The only thing I die to versus Terran is 2-Rex. So
I see.
it's actually a 15 # 14 pool because I don't scout and you just and also if they go Reaper, even if they have like the bunker wall off on this map with the rocks right there, you can get your queens down the spine down in order to kill it fast enough. You don't have to make any Zerglings.
Interesting.
Just drones.
Okay.
So I just make the 2-lings to go out and scout. They're not supposed to, do anything.
Okay, so you
Take
saved the
towers.
15 scout drone to just keep mining, get you some extra minerals.
Yep.
Okay.
And like the extra minerals pays for that spine.
Ah, all right, got it.
Not
Not totally,
it
but
might.
it definitely pays for half of it. I can see that.
Yeah. So.
Okay, so you got 2 queens, 1 spine. It's not quite even the time where the Hellions come if you were opening standard.
Correct.
So you're safe from, I can see that, safe from a 2 racks. And the range against Marines is actually great now, too, for queens. God, they can't kite you at all.
Correct.
That's so cool. Okay, so you got 4 queens, just about to have 4 queens, right?
Yep.
Getting how many gas? Okay, 2 gas. Okay, so you put the 2 gases in the natural. I like that. That's cool.
And then once I drone up to 44, I grab the 2 gases in the main, as well as start an Overlord and then a double Evo chamber.
Why don't you tell us why you take the gases in the natural first?
I just do it because I have both my hatches transferred to my natural, or like rallied to my natural, and that's just how. I don't know. It's consistency, so I don't have to be like, oh, I have this many drones in my natural. Now let me switch my rally from my main to my natural, if that makes sense.
Yeah, the less you have to think about, the better, right? So.
Yeah, so essentially once I grab my gases in my main, I switch my rally from my main back to my main, if that makes sense.
Yep, got it.
But, anywho. So, drop the double Evo. Now, notice I have not even started speed yet, and that's because I get Carapace, then Melee, and then Metabolic Boost. Or, sorry, Carapace, Melee, Lair, Macro Hatch, Metabolic Boost.
Wow. Okay, so super late speed. It kind of makes sense because you're not going to be building lings, right?
Do you have any trouble with like medevac drops when you do this?
I mean, I scout to make sure there's make sure there's an expansion.
Oh, okay.
And so, like, you can know all the timings by just seeing the expansion and whatnot.
So talk to me about that. If they didn't have expansion, when would a medevac drop come?
I mean, it would. You just wouldn't drone as hard. Like, you'd make a couple wave of, you'd make the couple wave of lings, make sure your spine's out. But your creep spread's gonna be far enough out that you'll see it coming at all in the bottom left. So if he's sitting on one base, I'm gonna be sitting in my main, and if I see anything coming from the left, I'll be ready to move down there in time.
So this is pretty turtle-ish type of style, right? Where you're just staying at home.
Yep.
Okay.
It
doesn't matter what he's doing.
It's cool, and it's different. There's no doubt about it. Different.
That it is.
Okay, you like the spore? Kind of zone out the.
Well, it stops any banshees and it stops any drops that are coming around the back. Not stops them, but like they'll have to pull back.
Yep, I like.
They won't be able to just completely drop.
Yeah. Okay, so here are like the mass hellions, but you got 2 spines up there, so he really has to respect it. He's gonna lose probably 1 or 2 just coming in here.
Yeah.
Blocking your
ramp. And he comes in and I just blocked the ramp because I know all I have to do is hold this. I can pick up a spine.
He's not even bothering killing your 2 cast ones. Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's so smart. You pulled those drones super early, so you didn't lose any, and then he just had to deal with the queen. So.
Yep.
Nice.
And if he ever so here's the thing. I know that he went double factory and blue flame, right?
Right.
It's just game knowledge. I mean, I'm going to make an overseer, as you see, that's going to come in and establish that he's going mech. So this is when there you have the period, okay, he's been making hellions. Oh, he can't actually make a force that can do a lot of damage. Like, there's not going to be a 10-minute marine tank push coming. So you can literally just drone up, take a third, get more upgrades, infestation pit, start your hive, spire, all that.
Can you give us a sense of like when you have to stop doing that though? I mean, that's really cool that you can
when they go mech, there's no push that they can do that you can't hold with the queen infester until they have like 3 Thor count or the 4 siege tank push or whatever, which you can uproot your spines and put them by the tanks, if that makes sense.
Right. So he gets in here. This is the push or the timing with the Hellions I feel like is the most tenuous, where it's right before the infestors.
Well, yes, definitely. And I could have blocked the ramp with the queens if I was quick enough to see him coming. And my creep spread was a little lacking this game. But I mean, once again, I didn't really lose any drones. It's just being able to defend against it. But
okay. Okay. Interesting. So you've got 6 queens right now? Is that all of them, or that you still have some macroing ones? Nope. Okay, that's all the queens. Okay.
Oh, here's another cool thing with this. So since you're not making, the mass zergling or the mass roach, you literally don't have to inject. You just stop. Complete stop.
Dude, did you hear that, viewers?
You inject every once in a while, but you completely, you don't have to focus, inject, because you're going to be making broodlords, infestors, and queens.
Right, which is very larva efficient, right? So.
Exactly. Obviously, queens don't take larva. Now, one thing I want to note is that I'm getting carapace and ranged, because for the queens, I'll go carapace melee for the until I scout that they're going mech, and then I'll get the level 2 carapace and then level 1 ranged, and then I'll get level 3 carapace, level 2 melee, and then finish.
So that's interesting. You're just building the infrastructure for it before you even build any units. That's cool.
So obviously a hive's done. Spire's gonna turn into a greater spire.
So how many hatcheries do you need?
I honestly just have the 3 or your main, your natural, your macro hatch, and then I take a third, and then that's.
Nice.
But the mass hellions you can stop with the fungals, obviously. If they come with the Hellion Thor push, you wait. You sit there, wait, buy your time, fungal the Hellions, run in with mass lings.
Yeah, I just want to point out that Fitzy only has 52 drones at 13:30 in the game, and that's on purpose, guys. Right?
Well,
somewhat on purpose.
The third is so late, and I've been teching so hard. You don't need the high drone count, and essentially you just need the gases on the 3rd and 4th.
See, that's what's interesting, because when you said that, oh, he's meching, I can do a lot of things. I have a lot of time to do things. That means droning to a lot of people, right?
Correct.
But not to you.
Well, I mean, I drone to an extent. Like, obviously, you see I'm droning a little bit at the third, but I'm spending all my money, and the Greater Spire is almost done.
Right, so it's just all tech. All tech that you're going.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, if you notice, though, like, how he has, he's been making Hellions, and what does he have? He has 5 Thors. If he comes in with a push, the amount of lings that I can get by the time that the push actually arrives at my front, like, I can stop that.
Right.
You can stop it with mass lings, because you can just fungal the Hellions, get rid of them, and then kill them with mass lings.
13 queens. Wow.
Yep, that gets more.
This
But if you look real quick at
dude.
the units lost tab,
Yeah.
and it gets worse than that, you'll see. But anyways, just creeping out. You want to have obviously you have the queens. You might as well creep a lot.
He's probably like,
obviously
what the hell is this, dude?
Yeah. But if you see my third, just on the gases. If you see my fourth, I'm just going to be getting the gases. You don't need the high minerals because you're not going to be having the high ling count. And you're not going to be having the high roach count. So it's very.
That's why it's so low drone.
Exactly, because you don't need the minerals for it. You just need the gas because balancing the amount of minerals that you get with the amount of gas that you get balances the corruptor broodlords. Which actually, you don't need broodlords. You just need the corruptors because your queens are the anti-air.
Yep, got it.
So you don't have even though it seems very gas intensive, it's not because you don't have to have the anti-air corruptors.
Not to mention all the transfuses makes the cost efficiency of your units like almost at least 50% better.
Well,
at least
in the last engagement, I'm pretty sure not a single broodlord dies.
Okay, 100% more efficient.
Now, one thing you'll notice is the supply count.
Yes, he should be way ahead. Yeah, I got it.
And although it seems wrong because, Terran, he's maxed and you're sitting at 145.
Holy shit, this is crazy.
Yep. But if you look at the army value, you'll see something a little bit different where, he's barely ahead. And what is he ahead on? Those 20
yeah.
Those 20 Hellions, what are they going to do?
Yep, gotcha. Understood. Yeah, I mean, 6 broods and a few corruptors will last forever when you got 13 queens. I mean, that's just... They have to have so many, Vikings to one-shot you, right? So
exactly. And if they try to clump to one-shot, you fungal them.
Very good.
Yep. So you have to, split and then one-shot.
Sick. Mike, why aren't you doing this, dude?
When do you decide how many corruptors to add though? Because if he has lots of Vikings, don't you eventually have to go corruptors for an AR? Never.
You just have to break the siege line with the broodlords, and then your queens can kill the Vikings.
I mean, as long as you're really diligent about your transfuses, and they don't have that critical mass, of Vikings. Yeah, in theory, he should never lose a broodlord, which is crazy.
Yeah, I guess unless they have I guess you just run the issue if they have enough Vikings to one-shot broodlords.
Yeah,
correct.
I don't know if that ever happens.
But once again, if you catch those, you just walk around, fungal it once, and you kill all the Vikings, it's over.
Yeah, I mean, you might lose 1 or 2 broods in that process.
Yeah.
But still, I mean, end result is you winning by a landslide.
But as you see, even now, the supply count, he's still maxed, and I'm still working my way up. The one thing I want to note is the rushing of the carapace upgrades on the Spire. It's important because they're going to be rushing for +3 ranged, and once you get the carapace, I mean, you're essentially trying to keep them alive, obviously, but
right. Well, I mean, did it worry you to see the ghosts? Because that's definitely, I feel like, a counter to this.
You have to keep an eye on them. As you notice, and you'll see in the, I micro against it, he has a ghost on one side, and you have to watch it. But, I mean, if you split even, and I mean, it definitely is a micro battle. But
do you think you should get a Nero Parasite, against this composition? Because he has no tanks? And
No, because he has the ghosts and he can snipe really easily. So right here, do you see how the ghosts are walking around the side? You have to watch that.
Yeah.
Another thing a lot of Zergs don't do, you need to spread your broodlords against Thors because clumping broodlords take a lot of damage.
How are you doing that?
I mean, I'm just grab.
Just normal slicing type of thing. Okay. Just grabbing a few and moving them. Okay.
So yeah, that's the game.
Did you have overseers there? Because I could
I did,
I could definitely see
I have 1 or 2.
Okay.
But
Yeah, that's the only thing I would say is probably a little bit more, because if he cloaks them,
so here's the quick thing. Hold your breath and then click the units lost tab. Yes.
Yeah, so you lost like 13 units in that last like 8 minutes of the game. Jeez.
Well, crazy. No, I mean like the resources lost. Like the
you mean resources lost? Okay.
Yes, click L.
Oops.
Yeah, that's
holy crap, dude.
That's
so that just basically means you lost nothing in that last battle.
Yes, correct.
That's crazy.
That's
crazy.
And I mean, it's different for every mech style because there's like the obviously the mass Viking kind of thing, and it's a different micro. But I mean, you just, like I said, you use the Broodlords to lead, and you transfuse as you're breaking the siege line, and then you fungal and run the queens forward to kill the Vikings.
I see. As
you're transfusing the Broodlords so they don't die. But as you saw, like, I still have plenty of energy on my queens, even though I get a little bit more than that. But if you see, I haven't even been maxed the entire game. I'm not even maxed yet.
Right.
I could have been on, lings and roaches and stuff, but I never had to get maxed because I just have, you just trade so efficiently with the transfuses. Right. And also the drone count. I mean, I never got above, like, 60? So I never had to trade, so there's no remax. And if you look, did you see me injecting that game? Nope.
Well, yeah.
Not after the 10-minute mark. So it allows you to be on the map the entire game and watch your creep spread and, all micro, which essentially it comes down to complete micro.
Right. That's obvious. That was very obvious at the end because, he didn't lose any units.
Yeah. Exactly.
So no, that's awesome. That's a cool approach to it. I really like it. I mean, logically everything makes sense. So it's the whole not injecting, low drone count. Totally makes sense when you don't have many. With the units that you're building are going to be very cost efficient, very supply heavy, right? So, yeah. Scaling properly, actually makes sense. A lot of people would probably look at it and think, oh, that's terrible, right?
Yeah,
But in reality, it's not. And then the queen's efficiency, with the transfuse, makes the supply deficiency,
correct,
negated.
Correct.
Cool. Okay.
And especially in, late game situations, this is really good style for split map, obviously, when you can't just throw away units. Because in the end, energy is the best resource to use because it comes back to you.
Right. Right.
Because I can, get up to the 25 infestor count, throw infested Terrans, and leave. And you can still fight the fight because if he comes on creep, you're going to be able to have a better engagement.
Yeah, I know what you mean, but and saying the energy coming back is definitely is correct. But whenever you do get down to 0, it takes a long time to get back up to at least fungaling, the ability to fungal. So
well,
it's
at that when you're doing that, throwing the infested terror thing, you have 25.
Yeah, so exactly. So that's true. You still got 20 bungles left, probably.
Yeah. But, so it's all good.
All right, let's play a game here. Let's get in the. Can you get in ChanmanV channel? So I actually haven't added you yet. Let's see. So. And I already have Goswser in here. I think he's looking at a replay real quick, and we'll get him.
Okay, I have the other turns in line if he doesn't actually.
Oh, he said he was up for it. He just said, "Give me a sec."
Yeah.
So.
Okay.
It'd be cool to get a few others too. Let me see. Who else I have on here? Moss is busy. Maker around? No, Maker's not around.
I have I think I know STX is online and Infinity 7 Empire, STX.
Yeah, those are all good.
Okay, I'll ask them. I'll ask some people if they want to do it.
Come and join the fun. That's all good. They can come
we could always we could hit up 4GG. Get him in here.
Is he on?
I don't know.
Jeez, 4GG. No, I don't have 4GG on my list. Where are you, Fitzy? I can't find you. Join the ChanmanV channel.
Oh, sorry. Done.
Alright, I can add you now. He's my friend. Yeah. Alright, bud. Let's see. So we're gonna have Fitzy play first, and guys, just tuning in. We're having Fitzy and Goswser walk us through some ZvT. They both have very unique styles, or Fitzy more so than Goswser, but actually both of you have pretty unique styles. So this is going to be a great episode, or it already has been. So we're going to have Fitzy go first, and then we'll have Goswser critiquing, commenting, asking any questions, and then we'll switch roles after this. And,
Yeah.
So and we have the pleasure of having QXC play against them, so it should be good times. Here we go. And guys, if you like what you're seeing, you've never seen the show before, please click the follow button. I'd appreciate it.
Oh, Fitzy, one of the things that I do actually love about his play that we didn't actually get to see last game because it was against Mech, but he always like walls off like the main base on the edges with like spore crawlers. Which,
Yes.
Yep.
I do that. I actually stole it from him. It's so good, actually. I think.
You know, I've been
because
I've been talking about forever, man.
The spines, you know, it's great, but they can just be like, oh, okay, let me fly my drop shooter boy.
Yeah.
Now what? They just, I don't know.
I've been preaching that forever now. Like that spores are at the very least equal to spines, but most of the time better than spines because
they completely stuck, especially when you're going the infestor ling style, because you don't have the anti-air, or I mean obviously I have I think that's what's a little bit better about using the queens is like if a medvac I fungal it once and the queens are either dead instead of having to fungal, throw in Pescatarian, fungal, dead. So you save a little extra energy.
Right.
But yeah, the spores definitely like shoo the medvac away or kill it
Yeah, I mean it puts a time. My whole thing is like whether it's a spine or a spore, the Marines are going to be delayed killing it. So the comment about the spine delays a Marine before they start killing shit is actually not valid. And then secondly, the spores put a timer on the medevac, so they have to kill it or else the medevac dies, and it's a one-way trip, right?
Yep.
Yeah, I love that. That's good stuff. Okay, so Overlord going to, I guess, the natural again?
Oh, you need to be careful on this map too, actually. Like, you see the ledge that's like right above the Overlord? Like, you see the watchtower and look above and to the right of it?
Yes.
That's not actually a ledge. It looks like a ledge.
Oh, really?
It looks like a ledge. Like, if you put an Overlord on top of it, they can see it from the low ground without even holding the watchtower.
Oh, I see.
It's deceptive.
Yep.
Okay, so guys, viewers, that's not a ledge.
It's not a ledge.
It looks like one. I totally agree.
I know.
But the trees up right above it are good, right?
Yeah.
Oh, they are? Oh.
No. It's like the thing behind the natural.
Yeah, that thing is, yeah.
All right, so same style here. It'll be. I kind of wanted to see how you react to some bio. That'd be kind of cool too.
Yeah. Well, we've played a couple games, so there might be a little bit of some
metagaming.
Like metagaming.
Yeah.
Yeah. You might see the battle cruiser Raven Ghost.
Yeah.
Oh God.
Yeah. See how it goes.
Battle cruisers.
Hopefully.
That's the counter. That's true.
But yeah. Anyways.
You know what you do about? Well, I guess you can go mass spore.
Yeah. Spore pushes. Those are good.
Exactly.
But I mean, obviously I haven't scouted. The Marine shows up. He's probably gonna put a bunker down. But I've got these two lings to shoo away. I mean, really, if he was building the bunker, like I could get down there. But he's gonna build it far away, which is I really actually like this from him.
I do too.
Because right now with the obviously with the Queen upgrade, the bunker allows the Marines to be able to shoot the correct.
Yep, we were talking about that too when he was there, and
well, not only that, but the Queens can't engage the Marines.
Right. It's a cool way of using the bunkers. You know, a lot of people are always very aggressive with it. Feel like the bunkers have to do damage, but containing creep is just as
So I'm
good.
curious if QXE is actually going to try this one thing that I was talking to him about it a bit. I don't want to give it away too much, but sometimes like after this bunker is getting killed with the spine, he'll build a bunker actually at the third and just put the Marines in that instead to deny the Zerg third, and that can be pretty annoying as well.
Yeah, but he'll have enough queens by then. I feel like.
I mean, but if the bunker's like at the third, then like, you know, it delays the third a lot.
Yeah, it definitely will delay it probably 20, 30 seconds at least.
Mm-hmm.
Well, and the thing is, I mean, with my style, like you don't have to have a really quick third, so I'm perfectly fine with that.
Yeah. Against Fitzy, it's not as useful, but against a lot of Zergs who like after this they'd be like, I can get the third, and they'll send over like a drone, and they're like, there's a bunker there, and it delays it so long. At that point, if you just notice it then, because then you have to build like 20 lings to kill the bunker, and then take the third after that.
I see.
And by then there's like Hellions out, you know, like QXE is building Hellions now.
Right.
And like suppose you're trying to use lings to kill the bunker, and if there's Hellions, you actually can't.
Yeah, no, I get it. That's
Yeah,
what I
it can
get.
be a total nightmare if you actually rely on that fast.
Oh, Overlord. Little Overlord flying everywhere.
And
So that bunker really didn't delay you at all. I mean, I feel like. I mean, I guess you could.
I mean, it's because of the early spine.
Yeah.
I'm able to get it down there really quick.
I mean, you didn't,
so obviously you see I've got
Yeah.
Carapace, Melee, I'm going to start my lair, and then I'm going to start my macro hatch, and then Metabolic Boost.
Yeah, and the one thing to note, viewers, is like he started his third and fourth gas even before he, reaching that saturated drone count. Like I think you were only like 33 or.
Yes.
32.
I'm not sure.
It's working out. I mean, I'm not saying that was. I mean, it's
Yeah.
actually working out right math-wise.
Well, with the Evo timings,
Yeah.
it all works out for like the Carapace and Melee being started right when. All right, so we have to get our spines down because it chews away any early pushes, like the one Marine or the Hellion Marine timing push with the medvacs.
Yep.
That's really common. So I should actually probably have my queens on the high ground. I obviously see him walling off, so he's planning on either doing a little pressure or just taking a third right now.
That's a give. That's a tell for that. I never.
Well, just because he's investing in 3 depots to wall off, like he's not going to do a gigantic push right now. But, anyways,
He doesn't want to get counterattacked.
it doesn't really tell you anything.
Got it.
Yeah, he doesn't want to get counterattacked. Exactly.
Okay, so when is your timing for your third?
Well, I actually take it after infestors commonly. I mean, obviously, I'll go for it if they take a fast third. I can just get down there and take it really easily.
Right.
But I don't have to. Since I'm rushing for Hive, like if they try to do 2-base build, then I can, just get Hive.
Alright.
Nice.
Chanman, if you see what QXE is actually doing, this is what I was just talking to him about. If you notice how the bunker just died at the third,
Yes.
notice what is actually also just arriving at the third.
Yeah, I got it.
And, like, picture trying to take this third now. Like, I can't see it happening anytime soon.
Well,
With the Raven there,
Does he have
though,
PDD? I guess he does have
yeah.
PDD. Holy
So, like,
shit.
after, I guess you can't even take the third until after Infestors if Terran does this, which is so frustrating because he can just drop a PDD and then the Queens can't kill his Banshees.
Yeah, he has to kill PDD first.
Yeah, and the PDD takes a while. And, like, watch this.
PDD is so
I don't know how long PDD lasts.
You have to kill a PDD,
But,
dude. Oh, yeah, maybe not, actually.
Actually,
Oh, wow, he's got a lot of
Yeah.
Banshees.
A lot of Banshees. And see, this is why I usually wait for Infestors to take it. But
You only lost one queen, though. How many
Yeah,
queens do you
like,
have right now? You actually don't have that many. You only have 4 queens.
Yeah. Well, usually you don't go above 4 this early in the game.
Let's see. Oh, okay, yeah, so you definitely do add on a lot of queens at the end.
Yeah.
yeah.
Just
Well,
because you want to get the drone count, I think.
but since he's not taking a quick third, I don't have to get my third quick. That makes sense?
Yeah, I mean, given that he's investing so much in these units, he's definitely not taking a third, right?
Correct. I mean, not
Not yet.
quickly.
Yeah.
I actually think the opening QXE just did though, if you like look at it, I think it's like one of the smartest things you can do against Infestor, because the Raven, like, it helps you all around too. Like, you can just deny creep with that. Like, the third is so delayed, like, I think it's good in a lot of ways. I don't know.
No, I kind of agree with that. It's definitely flexible, has multi-utility, right? And
Yeah.
yeah, the creep is definitely being contained here. Yep, there he goes again.
Once I get my next wave of queens, I'm just gonna.
Not only that, the fact that he can use those scans on mules pays for the Raven too. You know what I mean?
Yeah. It's just another way. Like, sometimes Terrans will go for Cloak off Banshees instead. And I think in a lot of ways, the Raven is like a lot safer. Because if they have like a lair and like detection, Cloak does nothing. And the Raven costs less than Cloak. And like, it has a lot more uses, I think.
That PDD is still there. Holy crap.
Yeah, they last a long time. I mean,
It takes 3 volleys to kill it, too. That's crazy.
I don't get like I was
So you're up
So-
to 8. No, it looks like 7.
What does it take to pay off? Like it was.
Well, actually, you have
really
9.
Like I don't. How does it
Okay.
so since he's going such a high Banshee count, like these queens are actually like worth it. Whereas like they usually don't go this high Banshee count or whatever, or you know, it's not as common. But
Wow, actually, this is kind of frustrating, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, it's multi-prong. It's actually pretty smart.
Yeah, when he spreads them, you can't fungal them all either, which is smart. Because like even with the queens, some of them will probably get away because it takes a lot of fungals to get all of the banshees. This is just a situation like with Fitzy style. This is probably the best style that people do with investors to play against Zerg with, or to play against this 2xU style with. I mean,
Yeah.
because normally like you want to third a lot earlier Zerg, and Fitzy doesn't need that as much, but still, that actually hurt this fungals on the Marines.
yeah,
Well, you stopped it with basically 3 fungals.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Look at the supply though.
well, but look at my money.
Yeah,
Right.
that's true too.
I just have to spend on like if he ever comes with a push, I can make flings. I just haven't been because there's no point. There's been banshees and marines, which I can stop with queens and fungals.
I mean, it still feels like, you know, Fitzy's just slowly, you know, building that basically
Yeah.
unbeatable army, and
that's,
you know,
that's
as
the
long as
thing.
he
Oh,
gets
the
there,
siege thing.
as long as he gets there, it's cool.
Yeah, like you see him get there, and it doesn't even matter then if he loses
Yeah.
bases because
Exactly.
the army doesn't die.
Actually, and it seems like that unbeatable army supply-wise is not 200. It's actually before 200. right?
It depends on if they go ravens and ghosts,
Okay.
and yeah. I mean, that's like saying a Protoss maxed army is better than,
Oh my
or
god,
a Protoss before maxed army is better than
Yeah,
Zerglings.
sure.
So
the worker count, like when you do this, just a lot of the time it doesn't even compare to like.
33 guys.
well, I've never
33.
had my. Oh well, then
Yeah.
again, I lost the to the main. Yeah, I never redrone that. But I mean, I've been waiting that money that I was saving. Like I've been waiting
Yeah.
to actually know that I'm going to be able to secure the third. Because before it was like, oh, I might get the third, but I don't really know 100%. So like, there's no point in droning if you're not going to get it. If that makes sense.
Just tells you numbers are deceiving, man.
So he's coming with a tank marine push, which his upgrades are a little behind.
2-1. He definitely should be at least 2-2 here. No upgrades on his tanks either, so
So, I mean, he can't really push up the ramp. I mean, he can. Obviously, I'm going to back up and spend my third, though.
good decision.
He's going to push a little bit harder with the main army.
I notice you're not splitting. If you split, you just send the investors the other way, that kind of thing.
Yeah, I mean, it's all micro battle. I don't know.
Yeah. Okay, so he's just trying to kill him the creep.
Oh, boy.
That's fine.
And even just little situations like that, you can transfuse your investors, like if they're low on HP, just to make sure that they don't die.
Right. Again, still just, you know, adding more ultras. I mean, what is this army here? Like 15 ultras?
Well,
or something?
okay, yes. Versus Biomech, I go a lot of ultras in the beginning because they don't have the upgrades yet, and also they don't have the, you know, it forces them to go Marauders. If they go Ghost, they can't kill it because Snipe does nothing. I mean, it does stuff, but obviously, so it forces them to build the tech labs on the, on the barracks. It forces them to get all the barracks for the Marauders. And then, what's in production though? The Greater Spire.
Oh, I see. Okay, so you're just setting up the transition.
Correct.
There? Okay.
Correct. And notice I'm still not maxed, but it's okay. I can max if I want to. I mean, I can hold this army in position for a while with the fungals.
Right.
So, and if he ever steps on creep, then...
Okay, so this is a little bit different. This isn't like one army is going to win the game. This is actually, like, you're going to have to reload here.
Well, yes. A little misspell there. Because... Well, I'm going to kind of reload. I mean, usually people attack him, but he's kind of... Not because he knows not to. But, if they attack into you, like, they lose their army, and you lose your Zergling army, and then you remax on Broodlords. So I'm essentially waiting for him to attack. Notice I haven't been injecting, which kind of sucks because I'm trying to make lings. But, I mean, if he attacks into me at any time, like, he just loses his army.
Is it worth taking it forth? I mean...
Yeah, I'm taking it right now. I should have taken it earlier. I don't know. I was talking a little bit. No, I don't know.
No, that happens.
Definitely do it a little bit earlier than that. But.
Yeah, missing overlords and timings like that are normal when we're talking.
Yeah. But I saw that medvac drop going. He's still got his... He doesn't have a high Marauder count.
Yeah, I feel like you could stomp that if you really, really wanted to.
Correct. I'm just waiting for it to get the best engagement on creep because I'm still not maxed, if you notice.
Yep, like the patience.
Positioning is so important, I think, when you do this, because, like, even though he could probably kill that army, like, pretty easily...
it's all about trading efficiently.
Yeah. Like, if he attacks now, I think he would lose all of his infestors. A lot of the time.
Nah, I actually don't fungal until they start to, like...
that choice there.
Yeah.
So the second he unsieges like that, like, I just move forward and kill him.
Just because sometimes, I don't know, like, unless the investors are way in the back, sometimes they can target them with the tanks.
God, how are you seeing all what to, like, transfuse here?
I'm just watching hit point bars.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, they're not... And what did
because I'm not on creep. Like, I didn't have to engage that, because he wasn't ever threatening. But I just wanted to, show whatever, I don't know.
Right. And right now, just look at how much he's winning. I mean, he's almost lost. He's lost like 70% more than you. So.
Yeah. Well, and I also had to free up supply for Broodlords. But I mean, he's trying to free up supply to defend against Broodlords. Yeah. I don't know if he's seen the Greater Spire yet, but
I don't think.
I assume he knows it's coming. But you essentially want to burn these lings because come on, a couple Marauders over here. Another cool thing, if you ever get low on your hatch, just transfuse it. So it actually, like, surprisingly, like, it defends again. Like, I lose so many less expansions.
Yeah. I mean, this is such a great strategy for, like, particularly low-level players.
It is.
I think
it is
the
kind of
micro is a lot harder than you think.
I know,
I tried this, and the micro is, like, way harder than it looks.
I know it is, but, like, usually low-level players, like, the macro is really bad.
I mean, actually, I guess, in low-level against low-level, it's probably fine.
So, do you see the Marauder count he has?
Yeah.
Like, what are those going to do against Broodlords?
Yeah, alright. It's not super high, but...
Well, but even, like, they're essentially wasted.
Yeah, they are. They're wasted units, I agree.
Because they can never get close enough to the, infestors or whatever.
Yeah, I mean, you're still doing plenty of multitasking and lots of normal type of things, but it's
okay, so here's what we're gonna,
so talk to me about lings again. What's the role of the lings here?
They were there because the one attack was coming.
Oh, okay.
I usually try to burn them. So I'm gonna multi-prong attack here with 4 ultras. Yeah, I know it sounds a little crazy, but okay, so he's got his army sitting there. But if he tries to go back and defend that, you can't just defend it, with 5 Marines or stem Marine medvac. And 4 is like the number where you can start to kill planetaries easily. And see how I could push him back because he knows he has to move back, and it also causes a little awkward or better position for me.
4 ultras. Wow. Okay, that's nice. That's good to know.
And then I can just bring him back. Or just trade with his bio, because I need to burn ultras anyways.
And again, guys, he's just sitting on 52 drones here.
Yep.
This is
now,
awesome, dude.
in what would it be? Flaw, we'll say, in this build is the creep spread. The cripple, we'll say. Is that what I'm trying to look for?
It's the weakness. The Achilles heel. Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah,
Anyways.
it's like you can't actually kill the opponent until the creep gets like near his base.
Well, you can. You just can't trade efficiently, and I just despise trading inefficiently.
Well, it's not. But you know what? You say that, but you know, you're always going to get creep to the midway point because you have an endless supply of tumors. So,
Yeah.
Correct.
You'll always
but
have
it's just you can't kill them. I mean, they're not going to be able to
Sure.
win because you can split map and they can never kill you.
Yeah.
But yeah.
No,
Anyway.
I get what you mean.
So I mean, I still want to burn these lings. He doesn't have a 4th right now.
This works best on like smaller maps, actually, doesn't it?
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say too. That's why I picked
Definitely
this
Tall Dream. I use a lot of Niduses to move around, but I mean, Tall Dream's a completely different map for like every matchup. So,
yeah, I picked this map on purpose.
but all right, so we've got a little
Contentious
Interesting.
position here.
Yeah, but I really don't care if I lose his base because he's not even on 4 bases. I mean, I don't know that. I haven't actually sent a link over there in a while. But,
I guess
I mean, if he
it
goes up that ramp, he's, banking on that, doing a lot of damage as well. So, he's got an okay Viking count. He's got the Ghost count. I need to get a couple more Overseers. Alright, so he does have that base. Now, what we're going to do here, we're going to max out. Notice, first time I've ever been maxed this entire game.
Right.
We're going to send some Lings into the main to burn them.
Okay, going around about.
I don't even care if they die. I mean,
Right.
just whatever.
Oh, we're gonna catch.
We're gonna send the 4 ultras over to
Left again.
his. So, where are they going? Where are they going?
Must be
Yeah.
blocked in some weird way.
You put up the depots and then the pathing.
I see. So we still need to burn these lings. Once again, if you notice, I'm letting
Where are
them
your
find
ultras going,
4th.
dude?
They're going over to stop that base.
No, but they're in your main. Weird. Okay.
What?
Yeah.
Oh, I guess I don't know how to do. So yeah, once again, I really don't care about the 4th there. Because it's just an awkward positioning for that. Just because, like, he can have that big choke, and I mean, you never want to, like... On this map, that choke really sucks.
Oh, that ultra's fucked up, dude.
Ultra!
That
So
might
he
cost you.
kind of just donated some siege tanks, but I don't know why. But it's okay, so his bio army is over there, so I can get some creep going. I don't remember where I burned the lings at, but we burned
You
them.
burned at the top left, but they didn't kill anything. That's okay, you didn't want them anyways.
I think
Correct.
the one thing QXE is lacking this game is like unit production. I mean, he has a decent amount, but compared to his command centers, I think he could support more.
Okay, so he's going for like a bio, pretty much a TVP composition,
Yeah.
which is essentially not the best. I mean, it's like a build you can do against it.
I seem like it. I feel like it's the right one, right?
I mean, yeah, it's essentially like Colossus, Void. I don't know.
It's just
I
all
mean,
about EMPs. Like if he lands them,
Yeah,
he
exactly.
probably wins. If he,
Well,
Eh,
he's still fighting. You're still fighting Ultra Broodlord Corruptor. So
yeah,
It's
that's
not
true.
like
The
an
ultra,
auto
the
win.
ultra's a different mix. Yeah, they tanked
Yeah.
quite a bit here.
well, the reasoning for the Ultras is okay. So the Broodlords have to bring him in. Like they force him that he can't just sit there. Whereas Ultras, you engage. He can sit there and wait for you to attack. So since he's not attacking, we're gonna have to break him with Nidus, which I will show you how I do that. But as you see, we're getting closer and closer to killing, or getting to space. It is essentially him not ever crossing mid-map. Like even there, he sim forward, kill creep, back up. Like he hasn't crossed.
EMPs aren't actually as effective as you would think against this, just because if you look at like the Queen Infestor blob, it's pretty big, like in a diameter. And EMP is pretty small now, plus it takes 2 EMPs to clear an Infestor or a Queen of Energy.
Really?
And
I thought
the
it.
Queen,
I thought it clears them
or-
all. Oh, well, I didn't know that.
There's a ton of energy.
yeah, the Queen Infestor is also behind the Broodlords, and the Broodlords have like the same range as EMP, I think, maybe a bit more. So like you need to land a lot of EMPs in that ball if you see like the size of the ball to clear it of energy. And if you clear like a fifth of it of energy, it doesn't matter because he has more energy than he's going to use in a fight anyway. And because of like the positioning, it's so hard to land the EMPs you need though. Because if he hits like 4 infestors, it doesn't even matter, you know?
Right. No, I got it.
So right here, I'm waiting for him to move on creep essentially, and I'm trying to advance, but like he's just not engaged. You know, like he's not moving.
Because he's played you before, dude.
Yeah, he's defending. So I'm trying to cross mid map, but you know, there's no point to cross mid map if he's not going to. That makes sense?
Yep.
So this is why it's a little awkward. He's gonna snipe that hatch because I didn't transfuse it all the way. And I had the money for spines, but I never put him up. I'm gonna lose an infestor.
This is the point where you look at the unit count and you see like Fitzy has 31 workers. And just because you don't even need them now. I mean, I know. Yeah.
That's where it's. I mean, yeah, sure. Yeah. It's like, oh, you lose this army, you lose. It's like, well, I mean, when is that not
going to? Yeah.
Like it's usually you lose if a Protoss loses their main army, like they lose.
Yeah.
So it's a completely different style.
You're just trying to make it come down to one engagement here. Okay. Well, there are the battle cruisers.
So we're gonna try to elevate her up here, and the nukes. So we've got a Nidus on the low ground, Nidus on the high ground.
Dude, this is like playing a velo.
Oh. Oh, this is crazy.
Yeah.
What the hell is going on here? Holy shit, this is crazy.
The Nidus thing in the main is so awesome too. Just love that.
So Vikings there?
Yeah.
And so I can get those, and you know
what? Oh, EMP'd them all. Oh, one more.
Oh, no, get back in the Nidus. Come on. So, yeah, see, there's about a cruisers. Okay, so we lost some infestors, so we have to remake those. And then we have to remake some corruptors, because obviously he's going for the
battle cruiser, Viking, Raven, Ghost.
Yeah, this is like a normal composition, dude. Come on, dude. Why weren't you expecting that?
Yeah.
So, anyways. 5 hours from now, we'll finish the game, but that's okay.
Seriously. Go see, I should have you go first, man.
Yeah. Hey, if you want to see the longest show match in like Earth, get a velo against Fitzy, BO31.
BO31, oh my god.
That would take days.
That would last like half a year, dude.
So, since he's like, obviously has been sacking SCVs, I can drone up, because you know what, he's not attacking me. He hasn't attacked the entire game. I've got my army, I'm happy with it, so I'm going back to fighting.
Yep.
I mean, he's literally just sitting there on fuel economy, so like, I can, you know, he's not going to attack me.
Right. And he's just, you know, Fitzy's just being super careful here, guys, because,
well,
you know,
it's more like...
This is just like TVP. Whoever loses their army here is just going to lose. So, I mean, just loses a majority of their army is going to lose.
Yeah.
So.
Usually it doesn't come to this because of that. QXC is just because he's so experienced against it.
Yeah.
But normally, like, they'll just try to go, like...
Normally what happens is I'll do the, you know, the ultra thing, and then when they are like, oh, he's going ultras, they make the Marauders, and then they die. Because they don't have any Vikings, because they go, you know...
I like this... yeah, I got it. Like
so I usually don't have to have Corruptors in the composition, but...
but there's 12 battle cruisers.
Yeah, so... Nukes going off, don't know exactly where they're at, probably just clear tumors. Yep, it's in the middle of the map. So what we're going to do, we're going to send some infestors into a Nidus and send it into his main. Nope, he sees that.
Wow, he has one Marine there, wow.
Do you ever consider, like, Bird Infestor for us, or anything like that?
You should theoretically have Ravens by now, so no. So, it's kind of like an energy battle of, haha, I'm using scams to kill your creep, haha, I'm putting creep down with my queens. That's essentially what's going on right now.
Well, I mean, eventually one of you guys have to attack. I mean, it's
well, see, but I'm gonna just keep moving the creep, and the second he lets it get too far,
right.
like even just the Nidus attack, like he should have. I don't know.
I was just about to point that out. There's like a mini game going on, which is like who can you push the creep and proceeding the creep.
Yeah. You like don't want to attack in this situation. It's so hard because like they each have so many units. They have the micro, you know.
That's crazy range on the cannon.
Oh no, he did it ahead of time. Like.
Okay.
Okay, so I heard a ghost cloak somewhere. I think, unless I'm mistaken.
I didn't even need to hear the ghost cloak.
You can hear like that.
Wow, it's good ears, man. Good ears.
Well, and it's funny because like my music's completely off. I have very, very low. So, I'm trying to creep the middle, and he's obviously not moving across the half map either. So we're gonna send a Brute Lord Harass squad to his whatever base that is. You know what? I don't even need that base. Who cares? We'll also send 4 ultras there.
Well, you're eventually going to, right? Because you're running out of gas.
Yeah, but I mean, if I kill his base, then we're even. And obviously, he was just gonna nuke anyways, as you saw.
Mm-hmm.
So there was no point to run up the ramp, get in the choke, and then have an awkward engagement.
Got it.
This is one of the few games that gets to the point where it would actually be like efficient for QXC just to scan Fitzy's bases and like spam buells on the minerals just to mine it.
So took out his base.
That's nice.
And obviously, one of the things I want to point out, creep, even though the tumor's gone, it's not dead.
Right.
You can go back and
throw tumors on it, right? Yeah.
Yes. So okay, so his army's over there, right? Yeah. Okay, good. Gonna knight us into his main because it's gonna take him forever because battle pieces are over there, right? Okay. So we're knight into his main.
They're pretty fast now at the speed buff actually, but it'll still take a little bit, yeah.
Oh, that's right. So we're gonna throw some Infested Terrans just a wall.
Infested Terran are good against battlecruisers?
They can, well, also just so like they can't just willy-nilly walk in.
They give you a bit more time too to like micro, you know, because the soak up fire if you A move
and also
want to target it. Yeah.
Okay, we're not gonna mess this micro up. And my Brew Lords are super slow.
This is
They're just gonna back out.
The one reason why, like it, I don't know. I guess it's still good for like noobs, I guess, because the macro is easier. But the micro in here is like so difficult.
Yeah, definitely the micro there was very.
And you're gonna be walking. You know, people aren't gonna be splitting, so you're just gonna A move ultras, and you're gonna A move. You know.
Yeah.
So it's a little bit different. All right, we're just gonna go. I don't care. I'm not gonna sit here all day.
Yes.
And he throws down the PVDs.
There's crazy battle. Oh, lots of EMPs there.
Yeah.
Lots
and
of transfusing.
I would play Contagious just because.
Oh, dude, look at all those Iron Seekers.
They have the energy. But I mean,
yeah.
There's no point in sitting here for another 20 minutes running around.
Got it.
Yeah.
So. Get the gist of it though. See the power of it. Obviously, TXT was very well prepared for it.
Well, I mean, like, and like against this, like I would not engage, like I would wait for him to engage me. Like in order to win, he has to kill all my bases, and how is he going to do that when he never leaves his side of the map?
Right.
So I mean, it gets to a point where it's, you know, I could sit here. Yeah. I mean, we had what, an hour and 15-minute long game earlier, so like
exactly.
It's just. I mean.
All right. Why don't we GG here? And we will.
But
okay, I think we got. I mean, we definitely get the gist of the strategy, and I think it's viable, and you know, it's kind of cool because it's very low econ. For a lot of the game.
Yeah.
Early wise, it's normal, but you know, late game, it's just gas econ. That's all it is, which is kind of cool. All right, why don't we get Goswser in here now? What map?
Okay.
What map?
It depends what he does, I think.
Alright, how about Daybreak then? Oh, we just went over Daybreak. No, let's not do that. Let's do Antigua? Sound good?
Yeah, Antigua's great.
Alright, let's do MLG Antigua. Okay, and we'll get Fitzy, Goswser, and alright, here we go. And guys, just tuning in, we have a Fitzy and Goswser on here walking us through some ZvT strategies.
Yeah, Fitzy has tried attacking him though before. It never worked. I remember like the first time he played him or the second time. After the first time, he just stayed on like Marine Bio the whole game. It didn't work at all. I think the end resource count was like QXC 50 something thousand lost and Fitzy was like 20,000 lost. And then the next game he's like, I'm gonna finish him off. He's like, I'm gonna do a push. I'm gonna kill him before he gets there. And he tried this like 12 or 13 minute attack and Fitzy just like stalled it out and defended anyway. I don't know, it's actually hard to break.
Funny. See, that's a great thing about you guys and QXC is it's cool listening to you guys theorycraft a little bit.
That opening, I was theorycrafting that opening QXC just did for a while actually, because I think it's so good. Like, I don't know, it's incredibly good against infestors. It delays the third so much, especially of like my style more than Fitzy's. You know, because my infestors are a bit later, and I tried to take the third a lot earlier, and it doesn't work against that at all.
Yeah. Well, I guess I mean, I guess if you know there's no Roachworm, there's no busting potential, right?
Yeah.
It's completely.
By the time the Roachworm would be up, I think he would have the Banshees out, and then you can't take it. And then if you have a couple queens, then he has the point defense turn too.
Yeah, got it.
And then you're just like, well, I don't have a third, and I can't actually take it until I get infestors, you know?
Yeah. So talk to us about this map. I mean, I know a lot of Zergs. There's mixed feelings on this map. Some people love it. Some people really hate it, even in cross positions. So do you like this map? You sound like you like this map.
It's pretty good. I know it's Fitzy's favorite map freestyle, but it depends how the game goes.
That's because Fitzy doesn't care about his outer edge bases. He's just like, I don't need
bases. All I need.
Yeah, exactly.
Grandmaster.
So the style I usually play in this map, I actually like it, but if you try to go like Broodlords, I think it's so hard just because you can't take a fourth easily at all.
Oh, I see.
You know? Because like the only fourth, you have to take the one on like the 12 o'clock in these positions, you know? Because the middle base is like, you can't actually hold that base.
Did you watch Scarlet play this map against?
Yeah, she actually did a really good job of holding the bases, but I think it's easier for Terran to take bases in this map than it is for Zerg.
Yeah, but you know what? It was funny because the creep played a huge role in that.
Holy shit.
Yeah, it was pretty cool.
It definitely did.
I didn't think it would actually have that effect. You know, the timing of it actually. Whenever Terran needs to take a fourth.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're going. So you're gonna go gas here, or are you gonna go 4 queen?
I'm gonna go 4 queen. I like 4 queen a lot on this map because creep spread is pretty important. I think, just because it lets you take the third a lot quicker, and because of how the map's laid out, I guess.
Yeah. So double gas here. You see.
Yep. Just Hellion. He might do that Banshee thing again. I'm gonna sack the Overlord and a little bit the Scout.
Okay. And how do you respond with that? Just
I don't actually know that well because I haven't actually played it much not with the Raven at least, you know. Because I've never actually had anyone do that to me before today.
It seems like he's committing to it before he even knows what you know. He doesn't know you're even thinking about. You could still very well go Muta here, right?
Yeah, you could, but it's a pretty good safe bet these days, you know. Because almost no one goes Muta. Muta, like the problem is even if you go Muta, like he's not too far behind. Because I guess he's committing to it, but like unless you're going fast Muta, you're not gonna have the Mutas out in time, you know.
Yeah. Well, the 4 Banshees and a Raven's old.
Yeah, that's a bit of a. Like if he just goes 2 Banshee and a Raven though, then he's not behind. I don't think. And like I don't know, you can usually tell like if I'm going Muta too, with his scouting and scanning and whatever, you know.
Yeah, but you know the thing about the Muta, you know, one comment is that you don't have to commit fully to Muta. You can just, you know, you can bridge with Muta, right? If you want. So building 7 is enough to kill all that, and then you can go straight to Investor again.
Yeah, I just don't like. I don't know. I just haven't tried it too much.
Right.
I think Mutas is kind of fading out in the matchup.
Oh, definitely, yeah.
Yeah.
But I
mean,
still think there's a place for it, especially for like ultra like aggressive droppers like MMA or something. I feel
like I know I saw Dongragu beat Marine King not too long ago in GSL with it.
Yeah.
And if you can beat Marine King with Muta, it's definitely viable.
When you build like 50 mutas.
Yeah.
Not just like the typical 35 or so. You build like 50 upgraded mutas. Okay, so there's that bunker again by QXE to contain the creep.
Yep. So I'm gonna be sacking an Overlord in a minute to scout, see what's up.
Okay.
Getting my gas up, getting a macro hatch. Double Evo. Now I'm gonna scout. I'm gonna get Ling Speed first, actually, instead of Fitzy's order. I mean, they both work. I just like the Ling Speed.
Peace of
Be
mind.
extra safe. Yeah, peace of mind.
Well, I mean, I just, since my third's so late, I don't have to be aggressive with the Lings to take it, so that's why I don't care about getting a quick third, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I know.
So, the Ling speed doesn't matter to me. Like, it's if he's going for that early pressure to deny my third, then I can just go hive and I'll be fine. So.
Yeah.
This ramp still makes me nervous about run bys with aliens. I mean, if he just went straight to your main, I mean, he's gonna have a couple volleys like free.
I could I should be able to get the queen to my ramp to block before the Hellions get up the ramp.
Okay.
And I can pull the drones theoretically into my main base. Like if you mess it up, you lose like a lot of workers. But
Right.
I don't know. It kind of relies on you not making any mistakes.
Sure.
And, like I feel like a lot of Zerg openings are that way though, you know.
Yeah.
And Terran, like usually they won't do that just because it's so risky. Because if they lose those Hellions, well, with the bunker it's not as much because you still have some map presence. But normally, like if you lose the Hellions, Terran has no map presence at all. So I don't know.
Oh my god, that Overlord almost got away.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Man. But he did confirm the 2 starport again.
Yep.
So I just got a couple of spores. I'm just gonna not take my third for a while. I'm gonna play it a bit differently than Fitzy though, not go his style obviously.
Alright,
but
it's the same thing. Raven there.
yeah, so I don't think I'll be able to take my third until I get investors. I mean, maybe I could do it with like 6 queens, but
Yeah, that's why I'm like.
but you'd have to make a lot of queens, you know, to actually take it with the queens, because like 4 queens, I don't think they can kill 2 banshees with the point defense drone.
Yeah.
I don't know, maybe they can. But it's kind of obnoxious him just killing creep humors.
Yeah, but that's the right thing to do, man.
I might actually just kill him with Massling, Speedling, Banling.
Yeah.
Because if you notice lately, like Terran styles now don't come with tanks for like so long. I don't know if you've noticed the trend.
Yeah, it's definitely
like
like 2
sometimes
minutes
you see
later.
like there'll be like triple command center, double eBay, starport, and then they won't even go siege tanks until after that because siege tanks don't have much utility until like mid game. You know.
Yep.
So it makes them so vulnerable to like a speed Banling mass Ling timing actually, because without tanks you can have like 100 Lings and like 35 speed Banlings and you can just kill a Terran.
Right.
I always feel like bad though when I do it because,
dude,
you know,
if that's what's going to give you the best chance to win, you should, you know, it doesn't matter if it's
yeah. I like messed up my hotkey somehow too. I have all my infestors hotkeyed with a bunch of Lings and things. I'll get it sorted out though. I don't know what I even did there. Oh well.
Looks like, are you morphing?
Yeah.
No. Okay, no, you're not. Sorry, that was just the infestors coming out. Okay, so you aren't gonna do the speed thing. Okay. Okay, you're just taking this. Okay, got it. I thought you were actually gonna go try to kill him.
Oops, I forgot. I don't think I can with the banshees. They would just kill banlings if I morphed them, and he would see it coming. And somehow I forgot pathogen glands. I built them like a bit too soon.
I see.
So my infestors only have like 60 energy. But I'm gonna take a third now, I guess.
Okay.
And try to contain the banshees and go high, I guess, for ultralisks.
Okay,
Keep upgrading.
You split them up. It's really
I feel like
smart.
these banshees are so annoying.
Really smart. You split them up.
Like, and with these.
Kill the point defense drone, dude.
Oh, you can. Yeah, I thought it doesn't it defend itself?
No. You can kill it.
Wow, I never even knew that. Wait, why doesn't everyone just shoot them as soon as someone puts it down?
I don't know. That's a good question.
That's kind of a flaw. I never even knew that. People never use point defense runes against
Well,
me.
I mean, that's a mission. You have 3 of them. I mean, you're going to kill it.
Yeah. These Banshees with the point defense turn really frustrating though. I guess I can clean it up, but I needed the infestors first, and like my third is 13 minutes in the game now.
There's the drop. Turn for you. 2 different places.
I'm gonna lose my spawning pool, which is frustrating, but yeah.
Oh, you need it though.
Yeah, that's kind of true. Like, it doesn't matter unless I'm gonna die to some push. Like, I can just stockpile larvae, stockpile money.
I mean, what push is he going to come with opening that many Banshees and Ravens right now?
Yeah, that's true.
And you have a standing Ling army already, so it's
I'll have to, like, think about how to deal with that Banshee Raven thing more. Because going, like, Infestor, if you're depending on going, like, some macro kind of build with the third, like, realizing, you know, it's so difficult to take the third when he does that is with the bunker opening. I can't take it fast. And then he has, like, Banshees and point defense turn, and you're like, this kind of sucks.
I think, dude, I'm telling you, I'm thinking, like, just a light Muta transition. Like,
Yeah, but like when are the Meta's gonna come out? By that time, I mean your third is still gonna be like super late, even if you go Metas, you know? I mean Metas can work, but like
it's still gonna get earlier than you got now.
Yeah, I mean, but the Metas will be come out not before 10 minutes. So then your third is still like 11 and a half, 12 minutes, I guess.
Yeah, but we're talking 15 minutes right now, dude.
Yeah, that is true.
I mean, we're not talking like, yeah. So
Yeah.
that's a big difference.
So the style I like to play in this map is because of the fourth base. Terran is basically the only one he can get is in the center. If I have a Ling sitting at the other one, then I can just go like Ultra Ling Infestor and just smash the Terran if he tries to take the fourth. But it might not work now because I took a lot of damage early, and I got delayed a ton.
Same base again.
Killing a couple drones.
And that's a smart kick, actually, because like as long as that medevac stays alive, he can just keep doing that and continually build his medevac drop number.
Shit, this game is not going too well.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. I've just not played against that Raven thing at all. I don't know what to do against that. Like Fitzy's thing, it works a lot better because he just can go like 2 base ultras, but
2 base ultras, and he has a never-ending supply of tumors too.
Yeah.
Just like he can just continue. I mean, if QXC was perfect about it all the time, then I guess it would be still kind of tough. But
I don't know. I guess maybe I'll have to try the Muta thing, but like I just don't know because you're sinking a lot of money and time into that, and the third is still delayed a lot. I guess maybe try to get the creep to my third, and then maybe like move a spore crawler there.
Yeah, but I don't know. A spore crawler is gonna die to like 2 or 3 banshees, I think. Does PDD kill a spore crawler shot?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. So.
Well, yeah.
So it's the same issue.
Why?
But, okay, why don't we... I don't think we have enough time. We only have probably about 8 minutes for a game. So, pretty cool. I mean, it's kind of interesting stuff. I mean, I think it's kind of neat because we kind of saw a decent, interesting Terran build, too. Kind of resulting in this. So, why don't we do some questions? You guys cool with that?
Yeah.
I'll spend like an extra few minutes on questions, I think. Be cool with the viewers, get to talk to you guys. So viewers, if you want to talk to Fitzy or Goswser, ask them any questions you want. Add me on Skype. My ID is ChanmanV. Type it in here. And what I'll do is, like, once you add me, I will drag you into the call in the order of which they come in, and then you can talk to these guys. Otherwise, type in your questions on the stream chat, and we'll answer them. We'll ask them and answer them. Again, guys, if you like what you see, click the follow button. I think these builds that we've been seeing from, both of you guys have been kind of, it's kind of cool. It kind of opens the mind, kind of gets people thinking a lot more, and not just stuck in the same builds and the meta game that people have been using for like 3 or 4 months now. So it's always cool. And I guess Day 9 is going to be talking about your build, even though he doesn't know that you do it.
The whole thing. And let's
Yep.
just do the
New revolutionary build. Somebody tell Day 9 to call Fitzy tomorrow. Talk about it.
I'm not doing homework. I'm gonna play around.
Okay. Anybody? Come on, guys. Add me on Skype or ask a question in stream chat right now for these guys. Any questions? Does cost still have an SC2 team? Yes. Complexity still has an SC2 team. You're looking at one of the members right here.
Well, not looking at me, I guess, because I'd be upside down, but...
Okay, what is your technique for microing fungals and transfusion? I mean, that's not... It's kind of obvious. Do you tend to do the same Remax style versus bio, Goswser?
I
guess he's talking about the Roach style again? You talking about the mech style? The mech replay? Not sure what he's talking about. Oh, maybe.
Yeah.
Here you go.
Against, like, mech, you can do that, but, like, against bio, you can't. I don't go roaches. You can. Like, I know Nurtio does some kind of, like, roach infester, but
Yeah, he does.
I don't think it's as Remax heavy in ZvT, because, like, a lot of the time, if you're going for Remax, like, against bio, they can, if they kill your army, they can, like, the Marines can just stim and sweep in and kill, like, 2 bases before you actually Remax.
Yep.
Why am I
Let's
doing
see.
it?
Okay.
I'll do it with you.
I think it's BS that those two like I can do anything.
Alright, I should pull.
I'll
I need to
see
pull
the-
Kevin in here too. Some
I think
people
those
want to
are
hear
nice
Kevin.
part. Yeah, next slide.
Hold on, let me add Mason to this call. I'll see if Kevin or QXC wants to jump in here.
I don't know. I hate the project. The project. I knew it would come out of this.
Fitzy, you can like mute your mic too in between questions. or
Oh,
whatever.
sorry. Yeah, I was
In other words, you're being annoying as.
I was attempting to. It kept not working.
Oh god. Mason, you there?
Hello, yeah, I'm here.
Hey, buddy. You got a question
Hey.
for these guys?
Yeah, I just have a question for Goswser. Why do you try to stray away from like just taking out the bunker early versus QX, like with Link or
well,
Queen or?
The problem isn't like the bunker at the natural, I guess, because like the one at the natural you can advance the spine and take that one out easily. But the one at the third is the more problematic because like I can go Ling, but if I get Lings to take it out, by the time I take out the bunker at the third, he's gonna have Hellions, and then I can't take my third with Lings anyway. You know?
Yeah, but
I guess-
why don't, isn't that how he gets the bunker to the third by having that bunker at your nat? You can't like leave your base, so then it gives him time to build the one at your third.
Yeah, I mean I can't do that. I'll have to try that. I've taken out the bunker a couple of times when he does that, but I guess that works. But I mean, it can work. But I guess if you like salvages it too soon and builds one at the third, you're still in the same position. But I mean, it can work. I don't think it's foolproof though, you know.
I see. Okay, that was it.
Okay.
Thank you guys.
Thanks, Mason.
All right, thank you.
Alright, let's pull Kevin in here, and then we'll get some of these callers too. But QXC, we're gonna get him in here. I'm gonna tell him how Imba Terran is. Terran OP! What is that stuff, dude? I
What do you
mean,
mean?
yeah, what was, oh man, that Raven, Banshee, Battlecruiser, Ghost. Craziness, man.
You haven't seen the like 30 or 50 games that led to me doing
I
that.
know, I heard about it. I definitely heard about it. But I mean, even just what you did to Ghost use in that last game. I mean, talk to us a little bit about that, like the Banshee Raven. It's good.
So
Really
yeah,
good.
I mean, it's pretty interesting. It's something I've actually been practicing ZvT. So I've been playing Zerg, and one of my practice partners did that against me, and it just seems really effective. You don't have to use scans to deny the creep. You force the Zerg to make a lot of queens. They can't really take a third very easily, and since you're doing it off a 1-rax expand, you've got a pretty decent economy behind it. So
So true.
I mean,
That
it seems pretty effective. I'm a little scared against like a really fast 2-base muta, but
what? Okay, that's what I was telling Gussie a little bit. And because you're committing to it before any signs of that, right? Like,
oh yeah,
exactly.
I mean,
You know, the double gas early there.
you just decide. Well, even if I was doing just like a standard reactor Hellion transition, I'm still getting the double gas. It's really the second port
I see.
that's the big commit,
Mhm.
and then obviously I'm making a lot of Banshees, and I'm also making a Raven, and none of that is particularly useful if they go mutas.
Right. But it's insanely effective if they're not, though. But the combination of that bunker with the couple Hellions and the Banshee and Ravens, I don't know if Fitzy Ghoswser. Can y'all think of anything else other than Muta that could allow you to take the third?
I know, like, Kevin theorized, like, maybe, like, trying to get creep to the third and, like, maybe moving a Spore down there, but that's difficult with, like, Hellions in that bunker. Mm-hmm. And, like, even if you do that, the point defense turn can stop Spores, too. I don't know, it's difficult. And you're not used to seeing it either, so.
I think if you remove the Marines, you can actually have an Overlord to drop creep. And, because he only makes, what, how many Marines? 4 Marines, right? Or something like that?
4 or 5, yeah.
So, if you remove the Marines, then you have a creep highway over there. You could probably move a Spore over, but I'm fine with it, because, you know, the Queens, and I late third anyway, so.
He's 8 Queens. It's all good, that's for sure.
Yeah, I mean, you could definitely... I feel like in all the games, everyone's letting the bunker stay alive for a lot longer than they need to. Like, it's just 4 Marines and an SCV. Even, like, 12 slow lings plus a queen or 2, and you can take out that bunker without too much trouble. Or, like, if you want to make a couple roaches, clear the bunker, and then you can kind of proceed with what you were doing.
Yeah. I guess you need to have, like, Spores there, I think, because, like, even if you... Like, the bunker doesn't do anything when you get the third bone. If you don't have Spores, like, 4 Banshees and a Raven will take out a third. If you have, like, 4 Queens or whatever, you know?
Yeah. I mean, because it's basically 1 Queen to a Banshee, and then the Banshees win, but if you have 1 more Queen than a number of Banshees, then I think the Queens will win.
Well, that's all without transfuse, right?
That's without transfuse and without point defense drone.
Oh, okay. So those kind of negate each. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. Interesting. Okay, well, me got this caller here, Adam. Let me have him ask something. He's been waiting, so.
You could maybe make it more frustrating.
Hey, Adam, how's it going?
Oh, it's fine. My question's for Fitzy, but while QXC is here, I just want to say congratulations on graduating and hope you stream more.
Thanks, man.
Fitzy, I noticed when you're streaming that sometimes you have trouble with drops, and when I play ZvT, I feel like a lot of the times I get put into a position where it's kind of turning into a base trade, and I'll lose them because of it. Like, they just keep flying the medevacs back in and dropping me and killing bases. So I guess my question is, how do I identify that the Terran is going to go for this drop style and defend it?
If you're talking like, are you talking like the 10-minute mark, or what type of drop?
Yeah, I guess, like, I don't really know the timings.
All right. I mean, if you saw the later the game went, like, I just added Spores and Spines, because if they try to drop and, you know, 4 medvacs and they come in and 2 of them die because you get Spores, and then Spines clean up half of the 2 medvacs that actually got to drop, then you don't have to have that much to clean it up. So it puts them in a situation where they have to commit to it, and they're going to lose half of their drop before they get there. So yeah, Spores and Spines would be my recommendation. Around the edges of the ramp. If you have Spores, like, you know, on the edge of your creep, but not on the edge of your base, if that makes sense, or your platform, then they can drop, kill the Spores, and then kill the Spines with the full drop. So Spores and Spines around the edge.
Okay. So just kind of lots of static defense?
Yeah, because, I mean, if they're willing to throw away, you know, what's 1 drop with, you know, what? 500, 100? If you drop, you know, 500 minerals worth of Spines and you stop that completely, then, I mean, it's there for the rest of the game. So if you spend the same amount to trade with them and you keep yours and they lose all of it, then, I mean, the longer the game goes, the better you're trading.
Yeah.
I guess.
Well, thanks, man, and thanks for taking the call. I really like the show, Chan.
Thanks.
It's nice to have more educational kind of StarCraft shows.
Well, thanks a lot for that.
So thanks.
I'm glad you like it. All right, Adam. Thanks for your question.
All right, bye.
So, Kevin, what do you think of, like, Fitzy's type of style?
It actually reminds me a lot about... I used to play chess, not like very competitively, but I would read literature and just kind of look at theory about how you approach the game. And I remember reading things that basically talk about how you can kind of approach the game from an aggressive standpoint or from like a defensive standpoint. And actually, up until I played Fitzy, there are very few people who favored the more defensive, like, I'm just going to play my game and eventually you're going to lose because I've got this really cool thing that I'm going to do. Whereas, like, almost everyone else that I play, unless they play Protoss, just tries to attack you and tries to actually kill you and win the game and take it in some kind of, like, very forwardly aggressive manner.
Right. And what do you think are the pros of playing more of a defensive stance? I mean, it is very Protoss-like, right? I mean, the way he plays.
I mean, Protosses tend to play like that. I have trouble associating a playstyle with a race.
Yeah, I got it.
As much as it is like some good Protoss started doing that, and other Protosses started copying him. Like, I'm sure you could play a more aggressive style, but that's just what's most common right now. And I think it's just a psychological thing. Like, I personally don't enjoy playing that style very much, and so the first probably 10 or 15 games that we played, I wanted to see if I could beat his style just by attacking him, and my attacking was actually just not good enough. I wasn't doing it well enough, and then I was losing those games. And once I started basically trying to copy his ideology, things went a lot better for me. You notice, like, that game we played on Metropolis was like we were playing the same style but with different races.
Right. But in the end, I mean, you know, both of you guys, Fitzy and QXC, which army comp is the greater army comp, if microed properly?
I mean, obviously. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
I think the BC comp wins. I think if you get 10 Ravens and just like a huge amount of battle cruisers, I don't think that Zerg has a equivalent cost-efficient composition.
I kind of agree and disagree to an extent that obviously Broodlords don't beat battle cruisers, but well, because I mean, obviously, like, that's all the tier 3 is anti-ground. So obviously, going for battlecruiser Raven Viking is good, but then you have the I'm gonna mass infested Terrans, and I mean, it's essentially going to be energy versus energy, and whoever spends their energy wiser is going to win. So it comes down to a lot of decision making, and I'm sure you know I could have drawn that game out a little longer. Obviously, you never stepped on creep, so I never could. I mean, I could engage you, but it was like there's no point to engage you off creep because you're going to have to cross half map in order to win. But I mean,
yeah.
Obviously, I didn't want to draw it out that long. But
I probably should have just attacked you. I was like almost like I had maybe 15 SCVs. But back to the energy point, I think the Terran point defense drone I don't think is very good. But like, just because the Zerg can choose to run away from it, but once you only need a couple of PDDs to make a big impact in the battles, and I actually think Yamato is like the best attrition spell you could ask for.
Oh, that's true, actually.
And that's where it comes down to, like, once I said, or again, the energy using. But if you cross half map once again, I run infested Terrans in and I kill your main while you're killing my main, and then if I have the corruptor count, because obviously like I didn't have, like, I had 20 corruptors maybe. If I had the corruptor count, which is, well, even the infestor count, I only had 8 that game because I was trying to, show the whole, infestor queen, broodlord ultra. But whenever I play versus Sky Toss or Sky Terran, I go like 25-ish plus infestors to just have better efficiency with the energy.
I think still, like, it's tough though, because like if you have like 10, 12 Ravens though with Heat Seeker too, it can be tough, if they spam a couple Heat Seekers.
Yeah, Hunter Seeker is like crazy good late game.
But like it all comes down, because I mean I've definitely experienced, like, people are like, well, I can't fight that, I need to go Sky Toss or I need to go Sky Terran, and it all comes down to, I'm gonna spam infested Terrans. You're gonna have to run your Hunter Seeker. You're gonna have to run your Ravens over top of the Terran, in order to hit the infestors. And so it forces you to like run away in a sense because you don't want to fight it because you don't want to use energy against it. But like I said, it just comes down to energy and micro and stuff. But I definitely think I don't think it's favored in either position, but I don't know.
I see. Yeah, I mean, definitely using it right now. I feel like it's, it's pretty foreign. I think to the Terran players, right? I mean, QXC obviously you've played him a lot today, right? Or just a lot in general, just to even get to the point where you were today. Just a second ago, right? Playing
Right.
and getting to that kind of BC oriented style. So yeah, I mean, I think a lot of people would have some success, at least for short term right now, right? And it's kind of good. I mean, this all is great because I feel like the ZvT metagame or TVZ metagame needs to be kind of rocked a little bit, right? Because it's kind of been stagnant for a while now. So this kind of thing is really cool. I mean, I'm kind of jazzed to hear that there's this type of defensive style that Fitzy's using, and
I think
really cool.
I think it's going to change a lot though soon.
Mm-hmm.
Like I think people are just figuring out how to deal with the queen change, and then we'll see a lot of like variation in Terran bods too.
Right. Awesome. Okay, we got one caller here, Jacob, and I might call it 9 after that. See how long this call is. Jacob K. Henry.
Hey,
Hey, how's it going?
it's going good.
Got a question? Yep.
Yeah, I got a question for Fitzy. I've noticed that you do like Terrans play really greedy against you. I was just wondering how come you don't do your Roach Queen push against them to deny like the early third or the early expansion.
I found in ZvT that a lot of the pressure builds are very well. The Terran can just defend it because they're making the units anyways. And even if you do damage, they already have 3 command centers, which is 3 mules. So even if you kill their SCVs, they still have mules, and you sacked you didn't build your third in order to do the push. So yeah, it's just even though it's kind of like how if a Terran goes 1 base against your 2 base and they kill 10 drones, they come out even because you had that economy better off earlier on. So like they delayed their natural in order to do damage that had to kill you, or do like critical damage. So
Okay.
I think if it doesn't do enough damage to kill them, like if they get 1 siege tank, then they can hold it. So
It's pretty risky. Not very, I guess, high probability of winning there, I guess, is how
and
to
you
sum it up.
can go delay the third, and you can go like do some damage, but they can just lift the third and save it for a later day. And if you're not taking a third, they don't even need to take their third anyways, because even base Terran they're comfortable with that. So that's how I feel about that.
Right.
Okay.
Okay, thanks for the question, Jacob.
All right.
All right, see ya. All right, I think we'll kind of conclude the Q&A there, and big thanks for QXC for jumping on real quick and hashing out some of that, because I think a lot of viewers, a lot of viewers haven't seen this type of strategy, and especially even the strategy you were implementing too, QXC. So kind of cool to talk about, and that's what we do here on Pro Corner. So, but why don't we go into shout-outs with Fitzy and Goswser? Fitzy, you want to start?
First of all, I'd like to thank all of my viewers. And if you aren't a viewer, then you can watch at twitch.tv/Fitzy here. You'll see many queens, proxy hatches, and more queens. And of course, some other crazy builds. But I'd like to thank all my stream viewers. They're awesome. Always make it fun and whatnot. I'd like to thank Habitat Gaming, it's the current team I am on. And what else? My brother, he provides some of the music that you may hear in the background, and of course some entertainment. Always good value. What else? I think that's about the shoutouts. Yeah.
Follow this. Check this guy's Twitter or stream out. What's your stream URL? So folks that haven't seen it.
Twitch.tv/Fitzy here.
All right, check that out, guys. He's down there in the unfeatured stream, just like all the rest of us, except for QXC. Actually, Goswser, you're featured too, right?
Unfeatured, actually.
Yeah. Losers. No, but yeah, he's down there. But he always has hundreds of viewers. So definitely check this out. And his chat's always a lot of fun. A lot of his fans are great. So, all right, Goswser, you're up.
I'd like to thank my team, Complexity Gaming, and all of our sponsors, Origin, Creative, PNY, QPad, Sound Blaster, and also Gamma Gamers and Gamma Labs, who sponsored this awesome team house that we're gonna have coming up really soon. Besides that, I'd like to thank Fitzy and ChanmanV for putting this on. I actually do stream too. Not too often, but pretty much every day, at least a couple hours. So if like Fitzy or ChanmanV actually aren't streaming, then maybe like come watch me. If they're streaming, just watch them instead.
Oh, that's nice, dude.
But if they're not, maybe just check it out if you want to. Besides that, just check out Complexity. Just to send them an email, let them know how much you like what they're doing. So that's all.
Awesome. Yeah, big thanks to you guys, for coming on the show and again, walking us through all your strategies. I mean, this has been a lot of fun for me at least, and hopefully for all the viewers too, getting to check out new strategies because that's what we do. We talk about strategies and it's great when we get brand new stuff because it doesn't come very often, unfortunately, in StarCraft 2. It tends to come after patches and stuff. So really cool. We still on? Oh, I think Mike just maybe shut his sound off. But anyways, big thanks to you guys, and hopefully we'll be seeing you guys in the near future. Fitzy, are you going to MLG or anything like that?
I am.
All right.
Since I did qualify.
Yeah, so that's right. You were talking about WCS earlier, yeah. So check these guys out, guys. In Anaheim, hopefully you'll make it. Anaheim's going to be an amazing event, and you'll get to see all these guys, including QXC also. And man, just check them out, support them. We need more NAers, man. NAers go. Right?
Yep.
So, but anyways, guys, VODs will be up later tonight, and next Pro Corner I will announce the guests soon. It's going to be on Monday, and yeah, I guess that's going to be it for Pro Corner tonight. So we will see you on Monday. Peace.
Okay, see ya.
See ya.